What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about this reel right here. What I'm holding in my hands right now is a Daiwa BG. Recently I went on a fishing trip and this has been through light use and I decided to review it. There's a lot of stuff on the internet about it right now and a lot of people asking to review this. It's a popular reel and there's a reason why. Let's get into it. So let's get into the pros and cons, guys. First off, this reel is really hardy. It feels like it could last for years and years. And one of the things that makes it like that is the gears are much bigger than any other reel you'll buy in the market, which it'll outlast all your other reels. Number two is it's just a solid reel. Like, you could feel like you could take on a shark with this thing. As I've said in my past videos before, this thing is solid. I mean, you would have no trouble taking on, 30-inch walleye, anything. It handles super well. Definitely in the future, I'm going to be using this for surf fishing. I would be confident in taking out a shark with this. Another thing I like about this reel is the fact that it seems heavy, and when I first got it, I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fish with it that often, especially taking on long days on the water, because it's going to get tiring, casting with this reel all day. But I'll be honest, it wasn't any harder than any other reel I've used. My arm didn't get tired or anything. It was honestly easier to cast with this thing than lighter reels that I had. It's very bulky. I mean, it weighs quite a bit, but it doesn't seem to affect how it fishes. And then number three, I mean, I said how hardy it was, and it is. I mean, I dropped this thing a few times. You don't even notice it. Didn't have a scratch on it. It's really solid, and it really does. Other reels I've dropped, and they haven't fished the same after. But this reel always stays true. Also, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I love the color of this thing. You can't go wrong. It's just awesome. I mean, the way they designed it, it's just beautiful. That goes too far, but it's nice. I like, a lot of reels don't have this, but I like the thick handle here. The Daiwa Flago, the Daiwa Laguna, all these other Daiwa reels, they don't seem to have as thick of a handle until you get to the higher end stuff. But for this reel being only $100, you really can't beat it. I mean, it's a solid package. This reel right here is probably one of the best reels on the market than you can get for an affordable price. For me, I'm a cheap fisherman. I don't have a lot of money. $100 was a little more than I was willing to spend on a reel, but for this one I made an exception, and I'm glad I did. This reel, the design of it, and the original reel has been on the market for over 40 years, and they haven't changed a thing except how it looks. And about 7 years ago they changed, not the frame, not the structure, just the appearance of it to make it look modern. And for a reel to be unchanged for 40 years is crazy. And I don't know one reel that hasn't been changed for over 40 years, which is crazy. I don't know a reel that hasn't been changed 10 years. This reel is just amazing, and it stood the test of time. I mean, and one of the reasons for that is the size of the gears. Apparently they are a lot bigger than normal gears, and so it'll outlast all your other reels lasting, if you use this reel heavily every other day all summer long, 5 years, it would probably still fish exactly the same. I've only used it for a week or two, but from what I've seen and what I've felt, it's just amazing, and it handles super well. I wouldn't be intimidated to take on a shark with this thing. This is just an amazing reel. There's no other way to put it. I was gonna do pros and cons of this reel, but To be honest, there are no cons that are significant at all. The only one I can think of is the drag. It's kind of cheap. The top, just the plastic, but who cares? That doesn't even matter. Also, the weight is something to talk about because I was kind of concerned that it seemed like a heavy reel, and it definitely is, but it's not heavy enough to really make a difference, especially in this size. This is a 2500. I fished this thing for 7 hours straight, and my arm was not tired at all, compared to a reel half its weight, you know? And this thing is incredibly smooth, and I've dropped this at least 3 times, and it hasn't changed a bit. Other reels I've dropped, and they haven't fished the same ever since. But this is a truly, truly amazing reel. Let's get into what I really like about it and what it's okay about it. So basically, number one, I think it's just a beautiful reel. I mean, it's very aesthetic. I love the color choice. I mean, this color's been around for, as I said, 40 years. And just to clarify, the reel itself might not last 40 years, but the design, the original foundation of this reel, has not been modified or changed, showing that there's nothing to change to make it better. I've seen reviews on this thing. People have used it for years and years and years, and it's still great. Big fish have been caught on this reel, and it didn't struggle at all. For me, I got this reel just for bass fishing or fishing Great Lakes. I would take it surf fishing, but I'm not really an ocean fisherman, so I just got it for freshwater, and it does more than the job that I want it to do, because I'm not tackling anything over 10 pounds, and I would take this on a charter in the middle of the ocean, this size and everything, just because I think it would handle so well. If you've ever been on a charter in the ocean, this thing, you'll definitely have seen it around. This is a world-renowned reel, and for the price, you can't beat it. Also, the line capacity of this reel is not bad, especially for the weight of the reel. It's pretty darn heavy, considering its size. It's definitely a heavy-duty, compact reel. There's a lot going on in here, but it's also a fairly simple design, which I like. And I've heard this thing is erosion resistant. People have taken this in the ocean, in the water, and it's lasted. And everyone I talk to about this reel, they always say, you can't go wrong, and you really can't. I hope you like this review. If you're considering buying it, you can't go wrong, as I said before. See you guys. Hey Bear, how's it going? Slight interruption from the fishing reel review. Well, my fishing reel review got interrupted by these bears. This mama bear and her cubs. She's nursing them right now.